A very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome you back to NTA UGC Net Paper 1 preparation for 2022 batch, and I hope everything is perfectly fine. You can hear me clearly. One of you can just put the message so that we can start with the session for the day, and we will ensure that the things are done properly. So yes, welcome you all to once again to Global Online. Here we are back with our research aptitude as well as the live classes which are scheduled from today, and these live classes will be consisting of MCQ revision, which will help you to crack your examination for 2022 cycle. I hope everything is fine. Yes, thank you Ravi, thank you very much. So we'll start the session for the day. So today we are going to take a new unit. We are going to start with research aptitude, which is like a quick revision, but definitely we'll be sorting out all the doubts, we'll be clearing all the doubts, and we'll be doing the revision of MCQs. So this just to inform you all that this live batches will be starting. That is, from today we have again back to the live batches, wherein we will take care of all the units of your paper 1, especially the theory units and the revision with the help of MCQs. Apart from that, let me announce you that Global Online has a paper 1 new batches which consist of daily live lectures, notes on all the topics, last 10-year question papers, test series which will be consisting of 2500 MCQs. This is available on the Global Online app, or you can also ping us on the given WhatsApp number. Presently the fees for same is 3500. In case if you're going on a Global Online app, you can go to the Google Play Store, download the app. You get this type of interface wherein with the help of your registered mobile number you have to register. You can reach up to this interface, and once you buy the course you will get an access to the content where you have all the units. Okay, the units are divided into subfolders, consist of theory lectures, MCQ lectures, notes, mock test and evaluation test, which will help you to give a proper platform in order to prepare yourself for your paper 1, that is for upcoming cycle. In case if you want certain help for paper 2, we also have paper 2 notes and MCQs available. The list of the paper 2 is given on the screen, so you can see the paper 2 list. Okay, at the same time you can those students who are a part of philosophy, I mean to say those who have philosophy as your paper 2, we also have notes and MCQs available for philosophy. The fees is 1500. You can get in touch with us on the given WhatsApp number in order to get the access for the same. So this is all about Global Online, what exactly we have and what we offer. Now let's start or focus with our first preparation, that is the unit research aptitude, wherein you total questions you have for this unit is 5 questions. Total number of marks allotted are 10, so each question carries 2 marks. Now we'll be starting with the question. You will be having certain time to read the question and to answer the questions, and accordingly we can go ahead. So here comes your question number 1. So question number 1 is on the screen. You can check the question. I'll read the question for you. In case if you have any doubt, you can just let me know. Others explain you the question. Be ready with the answer, everyone. Okay. Shabna, very good evening. So let's start with the preparation for the day. So the kind of numbers which do not represent amounts but instead represent the kind. So they are given us this is a measurement scale. So they are telling us that the following measurement scale which do not represents amount, but instead of that it represents different kind qualities, different type of qualities, types or categories, which are called as what? Whether it is called as the nominal scale, whether it is called as an ordinal scale, whether it is called as the prime, or whether it is called as the absolute scale. We have already started with the answers. Okay, others can please follow on the list. Yes, so you can I'll give time to others also. Just ensure that you are answering the questions so that we can go ahead, and you will understand your time limit in order to give the answers. Accordingly you can prepare yourself for the final examination also. Yes, so very correct. The scale which does not represent amount but instead represents qualities, types and categories is nothing but it is called as ordinal scale. It's called as the nominal scale. And the different types of scales, we'll have a quick look at the different types of scales also. also. So basically, what is nominal scale? We will come to this after this particular diagram, because this particular diagram is, gives you a inclusive of a total topic, which will help you to keep in mind. So we have nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. Nominal scale consists of categories, labels, and classification, whereas your ordinal scales consist of what? Ordinal scales consist of your ranking. Interval scales consist of your equal intervals, and ratio scale consists as an absolute 0 point. Okay, for your understanding, this was done very well in the theory lectures. Many times I have revised this concept, but now though we have a quick MCQ, but this will give you a help to recall the concepts. So I hope nominal scale examples I have given very well. That is, it cannot do any numerical value or functions, no subtraction, addition. It will only label the categories. Ordinal scale will label the categories and will put it according to the rank. Interval scale will put the categories, rank, as well as the intervals, whereas the ratio scale will put name, order, interval, as well as the absolute 0. This, I hope it's very clear with everyone. Shabna, yes, after a long time, first of all, I was not well, and some recorded lectures were there because of the schedule. So after a long time, we are back. Okay. Now, yes, here comes the second question. It's a lengthy question. So in such questions, no, I'll read the questions, but those who have habitual to these questions, just keep in mind, you have to go with elimination for this type of questions. It gives you, your time is saved and you come to the answer very quickly. In the list of statements given below, which of them offer a suitable definition of research? So you have to find a suitable definition of research. Research means a repeated search. Research is basically an answer to the question. Research provides an authentic solution to a problem. Research is an endeavor to prove one's hypothesis. It's a meaning-giving process. It means drawing a sample from defined population. So which of the following tells you what exactly research means, okay? Or what is research? Yes, so let's see. How many of you can quickly answer? Yes, students are yet reading. I know it is a bit lengthy question, but such lengthy questions, in fact, you have to practice, for your final examination in order to come out with the right answers. Yes, waiting for the answers, everyone. In such questions, no, you have to use the trick of, elimination. So which you feel is, eliminated, you can accordingly. Options are not visible. For anyone, options are not visible. My screen is very well, Shabna. Just check once. From my end, just see at your end. Everything is visible on the screen. We have started getting answers. Okay, so we have started getting answer to different answers we are getting, but still, okay, others can give a try. I'll just wait for some time and then we will go for an explanation. Let me check out what others are, commenting with the answers. Accordingly, we can go with the final answer. Okay, so coming to the, okay, fine. Started getting answers. Yes. Shabna, maybe because of that it was an issue. So yes, when we talk about the right answer is option number D. Shabna is right. Others, please read the question carefully. Now see, what it talks about, research means a repeated search. The meaning of this word is searching again and again. And that's what the meaning of research is. Research is nothing but is something which is, searching again and again. So it is a repeated search, yes. Then Research is basically an answer to the question. Now your answer to the question, it means solution to the problem. So answer is nothing but a solution, question is nothing but a problem. So yes, option number B is also right. Research provides an authentic solution to the problem. Yes, it has to, it cannot be, into dilemma. It cannot give a 50-50 solution. It has to give an authenticate solution to any problem. Now research is an endeavor to prove one's hypothesis. No, it's not about, one's hypothesis. It is not about it ensures that any hypothesis has to be proved. Research is a meaning giving process. No. Research means drawing a sample from a defined population. No, it is something called as the sampling part. So option number D, E and F does not goes well with the definition of research, whereas option number A, B and C goes well with the definition and goes close to the definition of research, and hence the right answer is option number A, B and C. I hope it is very clear. In case still if anyone is having doubt, can comment. I'll just clarify your doubt. Okay, so when we talk about research, research is defined as a creation of new knowledge or the use of existing knowledge. Now keep this in mind very well. Either it is something new or it is something different into the existing knowledge, so that it generates new concepts, new methodologies, understandings. This could include the synthesis, that is analysis and synthesis, breaking and formation of previous research to create or to lead to new and creative outcomes. So this is what research is. Okay, you will get different definitions in different books, but basically we have done research very well, so you should remember these points very well. Going on to question number 3. Now question number 3 is again a statement question. So lengthy questions. Purposely I have brought these questions so that it will give you an analysis of your time. So let's read question number 3. Okay, so question number 3 talks about which of the following statements best reflect the meaning and characteristics. Now they have added one more thing over here. They are talking about meaning as well as characteristics. So research means challenging the status quo. Research is an endeavor to collect facts and information. Research is synthesis of deductive and inductive process. Research means proving one's assertion and belief. Research is a careful review of reported studies, and research is critical and passionate. So what exactly research meaning and characteristic stands for? What is the meaning of research meaning and characteristics? Okay, it will take time. You can take time to read, but ensure that your reading is with speed and you come to the right answer, just not reading and clicking any options. Read with a speed but coming up to the right answer. Okay, waiting for the right answer, everyone. Yes, option number, we have already got the options. Okay, options are coming in. Others, yes. Just keep a tap on your answering time limit. It will really help you out to prove yourself or improve yourself in the coming examinations. Okay, so let's see how many of you are right with the answers and how many of you couldn't make out. Yes, so coming up to the question, that is the meaning and characteristics of research. So the right answer is option number D. Now let's discuss on this. Okay, see, research means challenging the status quo. Yes, okay, option number A is right. Research is an endeavor to collect facts and information. Okay, now here what it talks about, research is an endeavor to collect facts and information. Now those who are saying that B is right answer, but it is, every information is not of facts. Okay, there are some information which is qualitative in nature. Okay, so option number B will not be a right option. Research is a synthesis of deductive and inductive process. Yeah, you come to a theory or you formulate a theory. So yes, it is a part of your characteristics and meaning. Research means proving one's assertion and belief. research is not basically proving assertion and belief. I mean to say, depend upon the situation, but every assertion and belief cannot be proved. Research is a careful review. Yes, it is a careful review, but here it is written as reported studies. It means those studies who are not reported cannot be of careful review. No, this does not goes well with the characteristics. And lastly, we have research is a critical and passionate search for knowledge. Yes, you need to have that passion and critics. Critics, it means critical, it means you need to take, the things positively or sportingly. And yes, option number F stands to be right. Now here many of them have, except one student, many of them have given wrong answers. So I have made you understand why option number B, why option number E will definitely not stand, what will not stand as the characteristics. Anyone is still having a doubt on that can put it in the chat box. Facts and information, why it is not a part of research, because here they are talking about what? They are talking about every research, not basically or specific some research. Careful review, yes, but it is only of reported study. No, whatever studies are undertaken, all the studies have a careful review. Shabna, okay, what is your doubt? But no, Shabna, this is inductive. See, inductive, deductive, we have studied, no, both are a part of research. Whether you come with a theory or whether you form with a theory. So they both are a features of research. So just keep that in mind. So A, C and F. Your E, I told you why it will not stand, because it is a careful review, but reported study. Now some studies are studied, but certain type of data information or data collection is not up to the marks, so there can be some changes. So it doesn't mean only reported studies, everything is included. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's, if you remember this, I have just given you a small idea. If you want, I'll just go through this particular slide with respect to their research, inductive, deductive methods. Shabna, I hope this will clear your doubt. So research is a careful study about a particular topic by applying scientific methods. Now see, research involves inductive and deductive methods. The purpose of research is to explore the lot of information, facts, formation, but it is with respect to the situation. So research can be exploratory, it can be constructive, it can be empirical. Exploratory, it means you are defining a problem. Constructive, it means you are testing the theories and offering the solution. Empirical, it means you are coming up with what? You are coming with a feasible solution. So this is basically what it is, basically the features or meaning of research. So now you know what is deductive and inductive. So whether you start with a theory, you come with a rejection or an acceptance of an hypothesis, and you start with the observation and you come down with the theory. So it can be in any way. Fine. Now question number 4. Question number 4 talks about empirical research in social science is associated with what? So when we talk about empirical research, is it associated with fictional narratives? Is it associated with positivist philosophy, historical artifacts, or religious practices? What is empirical research related to? Empirical research is related to what? Associated or related to what? So waiting for the answer. Okay, I'm getting the answers. Now the speed is fast. Very good. Okay, but the answers are different, different options I have got. I'll read out the question again and come to the answer. Empirical research in social science is associated with what? Fictional narratives, positivistic philosophy, historical artifacts, or religious practices. So when we talk about empirical research, okay, now see over here. Empirical research is something, which is related to what? Which is related to the positivistic philosophy. Now we have, see, remember this very well. When we talk about empirical research, no, it is basically what? It is basically something which is related to what? Which is related to real life, real life examples. So when I talk about positivism, it is basically, or you can, if you refer to the definition, it is an approach or a study in the society that relies specifically on empirical evidence. Like for example, the evidence, is something which can be in the form of experiments or statistics. So a key feature of positivism is to be brief, clear, concise, and not descriptive. So empirical research will always lead to what? Positivistic philosophy. I have taken this concept when I have taught you positivism and post-positivism. So remember, there were different answers. Hardly anyone came with the right answer. And those who have came with the right answer, I hope you got the connection between empirical research and the positivistic philosophy. Is it clear? Okay. Moving to question, okay, in case if you want a little bit of explanation for those who are still not clear. See, as a philosophy, positivism adheres to view only the factual knowledge. Positivism philosophy claims that the knowledge can be gained by direct observation with the help of the properties or relationship in the research, which is logical. And yes, it is based on what? It is based on the real life study, which is related to what? Data collection and analysis. And this can help us to measure or quantify the data. Hence, the right answer turns to be what? Positivistic philosophy. Okay. Now, coming to question number sorry, I think the sequence of the question is little bit wrong. It's okay. We'll just continue. Just answer with the question number sequence, which you can see on the screen. A researcher, while reporting his or her research finding, gives weightage to stakeholders' perspective in a qualitative research theme, which will talk about what? Which is talk about violation of ethical norms, bias and prejudice, disclosure of reality situation, inappropriate interference of others in research. So it is, the question is based on research findings. So let's see how many of you are right with the answer. How many of you are coming to the correct answer? Yes. No answers yet. Students are yet reading. Okay, question number 4. Yes. We are talking about research findings with respect to the weightage to stakeholders' perspective and qualitative research theme. Okay, started with the answers. Okay, so researcher, while reporting his research findings, gives weightage to stakeholders' perspective in a qualitative research theme. Basically, that is to disclose for the purpose of what, or which involves the disclosure of reality situation. So obviously, when we talk about reporting a research, it has to be based on the reality itself. It cannot be, something which is, made up or fabricated. That is a word which we have learned. Okay. Now, stakeholders are so in case if you are not aware who are the stakeholders, so they are the people who are connected with anything, I mean to say related to a research project. Definitely they provide a support, they provide their involvement, and hence it is very important if one researcher discloses that the stakeholders perspective in qualitative research is given importance. It will help to involve the disclosure of reality situation. It means without this the research will not have any meaning. So the right answer will be what? Option number C, that is disclosure of reality situation or reality. Coming to question number 5. Now question number 5 is about assertion and reasoning. So I'll go now. I hope it is assertion and reasoning, and you know very well how to answer assertion and reasoning question. Assertion is a statement, that statement which has given a reason. So you have to just get connected whether that reason is specifically related to the statement or not. Okay, so let's see. What is the assertion? Cross-sectional study is opposite of longitudinal study is the question, the assertion. Reason is cross-sectional study involved one-time interaction from different individuals. So let's see whether what you are able to uh, how you are able to answer these questions. Okay, read the question carefully. Yes, question number 5 on the screen. Okay, we have started getting answers. Yes. Question number 5 states that cross-sectional study is opposite of longitudinal study. The reason states that cross-sectional study involve one-time interaction from many different individuals. So the right answer is option number A. I'll come to the explanation. A, both A, that is assertion, cross-sectional study is just opposite to the longitudinal study. Yes, the statements are correct. And R is the correct explanation of A. So let's see how this reason and the assertion are coming up well. Everyone has done a mistake, so please understand this question very well. I'm explaining it a little bit slowly so that it will help you to get a lot of things in mind. When we talk about cross-sectional study, it is a type of research study which helps you to collect data from different individuals at a single point. So you are collecting a lot of data from the different individuals at single point. That is, for example, variations of ice cream flavor at a particular store and how people are responding to those flavors. So this particular example is an example of cross-sectional study. Whereas a longitudinal study is a type of correlational research study that involves looking at variables over an extended period of time. Maybe, for a weeks, for months, for years. And quite often a longitudinal study is extended case study, observing the individuals for a longer period of time, and it is purely qualitative. Our question was, cross-sectional study is opposite? Yes, it is opposite, true. Cross-sectional study involves one-time interaction from different individuals. Yes, it involves one time. So like for example, the example of ice cream flavors I gave. So one time the customers are served at a time, but everyone stands with a different perception towards the flavor. So both the assertion and reasoning are correct. Okay, answer is option number A, not option number B. Please correct it. Okay. Now, coming to the statement question number 6, we have two statements. You have to tell which statements are correct and which are incorrect. So, statement 1, Preetham, one time how? One time it means, like for example, let us take an example of 20 customers are there in my shop. I am an ice cream seller and 20 customers are coming to my shop. But it is like, for example, every customer is demanding for a different flavor. So I have to study, the flavor is, the taste and preferences towards the customer at one point of time. Like if you want some another example, if you see in the market, okay, we do not have all the products similar. We have product with different designs or maybe the colors. So that is the reason that every individual has different taste, preferences and habit. And that's the reason that you need to study accordingly to the perception of a person, and at one particular time you have to study all those factors or aspects you have to take and study the research, and that's the reason it is called as at one time. Is it clear? I hope, Preetham, you are clear with the explanation. If still not, let me know. Fine. Now yes, let's see. Given our two statements, you have to answer the statements whether they are correct or wrong. Statement 1, in research, formulation of policies for admission or screening cannot neglect the constitutional provisions. See, it is a little bit technical. In research, formulation of policies, when you form research policies, screening or testing cannot neglect the constitutional provisions, that is rules. What is statement 2? While awarding research degree, the minorities quota have to be protected in the interest of equity. Okay, we have started getting answer for 6. Very good. Others, speed up little bit. Okay, I hope the question is very clear, the screen is very clear, but only one student have answered. Okay, yes. So yes, very correct. Shabna has came up with the correct answer. Preetham, I'll help you to understand. Statement 1 is correct. In research, when you form policies of research, okay, you have to, follow the basic norms. That's what they are telling. Constitutional provision, it means no basic norms, basic rules and regulations. So statement 1 is correct. Now statement 2, while awarding the research degree, the minority quota has to be protected. We have never seen this type of any university or any central state or deemed university, private university does not have this norm that whenever you are awarding a research degree, the minority has to be protected. No, there is no such norm. Purely based on your research, everything is decided. How can you defend your research viva, how can you prove your point, and how your research is coming up with the solution. Only based on those factors the research is considered. There is no such thing called as minority quota or anything which is a part of research. Research degree are full-fledged, not protected with minority quota. Yes, but the reason is that there is no such provision at all. Okay, fine. Coming to question number now here, okay, in case if you want to know a little bit more details, the same thing I said, but if you want, I'll read out. Research degree is awarded based on the quality of research. That is how the research scholar has the ability to defend their vivas. For admission to the research degree, the government allot minority quota, but not for the doctorate. We have this norms only for basic higher education, but not for the doctorate degree. So under the provision, that is under the Article 18 of the Constitution, seats are reserved for the minority. So we can say that research admission test is based on what? Based on the provisionals. That is the rules. Only that is the exception. Otherwise, the degrees are awarded based on your quality research. Fine. Yes, coming to question number 7. Which of the following are the characteristics of cross-sectional studies? So when we conduct cross-sectional studies, which are the characteristics? What are the characteristics? So the characteristics listed are: the study takes place at a single point in time. It involves manipulating variables. It allows researcher to look at numerous characteristics. It is often used to look at the prevailing characteristics in a given population. So what will be considered as the characteristics of cross-sectional studies? Yes, waiting for the answers, everyone. Which of the following is the characteristics of cross-sectional studies? Okay, we have started getting answers. You have the options as option number A, option number B, option number C, option number D. A, B, C, D. Okay, fine. 7th B, 7th 1, 3, 4, that is 7th C. Again, we are getting 7th C, 7th A. How all the options are right? Okay, I'm just waiting for some students more to answer so that we can go with the right answer. We can check with the right answer. Okay, so let's see the right answer. That is option number C. Okay, now see, when we talk about characteristics of cross-sectional studies, so the study takes place at a single point of time. Just now we did that particular, but in a different form. It involves manipulating variables? Definitely not. It allows researcher to look at numerous characteristics at once, at one point of time. Okay, and it's often used to look at prevailing characteristics in a given population. Prevailing, it means the characteristics which are with different attributes. So yes, that is the right when we talk about the cross-sectional studies. Okay, Shabna, constitutional provision. Yes, it was not changed. It is talking only about the considering the rules. That's what. Okay, fine. Let's move ahead now. So cross-sectional. So again, I have just listed out the characteristics of cross-sectional. So yes, it studies that takes place at a one single point of time. It does not involve manipulating the variables. It look at number of characteristics. It used to look, it is often you looking at prevailing characteristics of the population, and it provides information of what is happening with the population, current population. So this is, these are the certain characteristics which are related to what, which are related to cross-sectional studies. Okay, now coming to question number 8. Which of the following is the most valuable to show a gradual change in the behavior over time? Which of the following is most valuable to show a gradual change in behavior over time? So that is extrapolation, it is snapshot survey, is it longitudinal research, or it is experimental studies? Do not get confused with the question. It is just basic thing. Just read properly. The most valuable to show a gradual change in behavior over a period of time. We did just now this particular point. Okay, we have got the answer. Very good. Yes, others. Okay, waiting for the answer. Okay, yes, very simple. A gradual behavior over a change of time, or gradual change in behavior over a period of time. Ranjit, no, it is basically, this is, and that is, answer is your longitudinal research. Let me check out. Yes, it is longitudinal research. It means this research which is over, over a longer period of time. Now, if you do not know, experimental studies does not have to wait for a longer period of time. It is based on the experiment conducted. Extrapolation is nothing but one which is based on assumption. Snapshot survey is a short survey, like for example, a study of children's playground behavior over 1 week's time. This is just for a very short period of time. That is called as snapshot survey. Just keep in mind, in case if you get any question, you should be able to, remember it. Fine. Now, let us go for the next question. Question number 9. Any numerical value computed from the population. Now these questions I have been playing with you for a long period of time. Still, some students get confused. I hope today at least, the answers will be right. So just read the question and make sure you are answering it very well. Any numerical value computed from the population is called what? A sampling error, a parameter, a bias, or a statistics. What it is known as. It takes a long time, yes, but experimental research does not take a long time, Ranjit. It is just based on the experiments conducted. 9th, okay, we have started getting answer for 9th. Others. Okay, others, come on, be quick little bit. Revision test it is. Okay, fine. So any numerical value computed from the population, it is called as what? Parameter. And if it is this question changed to statistics, that is from the sample, it will be called as statistics. Very good. Yes. So this question is now a little bit, fixed, properly understood. Now let's go to question number 10. I have took the first question. Now I came to the scales with the last 10th question. Let me see how you people do it. Which of the following scale of measurement has fixed starting point and possesses a 0 point or a character of origin? Whether it is ratio, yes, it is sample, Shabna. Whether it is ratio, whether it is interval scale, whether it is ordinal scale, whether it is nominal scale. Which of the following scale of measurement has fixed starting point and possesses a 0 point or a character of origin? Yes, no answers. Yes, come on. Question number 10th on the screen, everyone. Okay, we've started getting answer for 10th. Okay, 10th D. Others, 10th D. No, only D and B. Two answers we have got. So the scale of measurement that has fixed starting point and possess a 0 point or a character of origin. Uh, Preetham, we have done this question. We have done the question. 0 point is as a origin or possess a 0 point from all those measurement scales which you have, that is nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. A 0 point or a character of origin is only possessed by the ratio scale, and but 0 is absolute, only in ratio, other than I mean to say, not in interval or not in ordinal or not in nominal. It's only and only in ratio. Keep in mind, these are some basic things or basic tricks which you should be able to remember very well. Okay, the very first question I took on this only, and on that only I've explained it. Next is, a researcher accepts the null hypothesis. Read it carefully, do not quickly jump on it. A researcher accepts a null hypothesis in his or her research. What implications will be it carrying for its principal hypothesis? Accepting the research, rejecting it, not taking any decision, or improving the research hypothesis. What will be the implication or the impact? Okay, a researcher accepts the null hypothesis. What will happen to the principal research hypothesis? Character of origin, yes. Shabna, now see, please remember character of origin. Okay, I'll just a minute. Let me first complete this question and then I'll change, because maybe the students are reading. I will not change the slide. Let me come to it. Okay. Yes. This is one of the easy question, but here also I have seen students, getting confused a lot. So let me see how many of you are coming with a right answer for this. I will tell you a similar word for that. That is the confusion which is created, just to make sure that you people get confused while answering. Okay, for 11th question. Okay, yes. So question number 11, when a researcher accepts null hypothesis, it will reject what? The principal hypothesis. Okay, this is just very simple. Accepting the null hypothesis will be rejecting the alternate. So instead of using the word alternate hypothesis, they have given principal hypothesis. It's basic, simple. If reject, then accept. Yes, very clear. Now, Shabna, I'll just go back because it's just a previous question. No, character of origin, it is nothing but, possibility. This is, see, or, they have given or, and this is mainly in order to create a confusion. Okay, and that word has really created a confusion, but you should remember 0 is possessed only where? In the form of what? In the form of ratio scale. Fine. Now, let's go to question number 12. Now, question number 12 is an example type of question. See, very smartly you have to, answer the question properly. What are they telling? Skin problem, statement it is, skin problem are not caused by chemicals in makeup products. Statement 2 tells that skin problems are caused by chemical in makeup products. Which of the above statement is related to null hypothesis? Very simple question. Very simple. But see how they have, with the example, they have just made it, little bit interesting. Why accepting? Preetham, when one gets rejected, we accept another hypothesis. That is how we do our research. Okay, our research is based on what? We form a tentative statements, that is hypothesis, and we try to prove those hypotheses based on the collected information or data. We are supposed to, data accepts one hypothesis, which indicates the other hypothesis is rejected. So the question it isn't why accepting. You got it? There is a logic. That's logic I have explained you. Shabna also has given you, the answer for that. Still, if you have not understood, let us know. 12th question. No one has answered 12th question. I didn't get any message for 12th one. Jocelyn, okay. 12th. Yes. Only one student. Where are rest? It's not that difficult. You know what is the implication of null hypothesis? What is the implication of alternate hypothesis? So null hypothesis basically implicates what? It implicates the negative form. So yes, the right answer is statement number 1. So skin problem are not caused by chemical products in makeup are not caused by chemicals in makeup products are what? Is a null hypothesis, and skin problems are caused by chemicals in makeup products is alternate hypothesis. Not B. Preetham, it's not B. It's statement 1. 12th is statement 1. Why B is coming? Why all? Ranjit, why two answers you gave? What confusion you got? I hope your confusion is cleared, Ranjit. Okay, shall we move ahead? Fine. A very simple question. Null hypothesis indicates negative implication. Alternate hypothesis implicates positive implication. Option change. Okay. Option A. Fine. Correct. Fine. So null hypothesis C signifies there is no difference. Alternate hypothesis signifies there is a difference. So null hypothesis is rejected, and then alternate hypothesis turns to be true. So anyone who was having that accepting, rejecting, here also have answered your question. Fine. Coming to question number 13. Again, this is done very well with you. I hope you remember. Null means no. It's not that logic. Null means no. Okay, I mean to say this is your trick of understanding, but understand in a proper way. It has a negative implication, but this trick goes well. But ensure that you know if there is a twist in the sentence, it should not make any confusion for you. Fine. Okay. Now let's go with the question number 13. When the researcher does not identify the experimental and placebo, when the researcher does not identify experimental and placebo groups, the study is termed as what? This is something little bit grammatical error is there. You can read the question. When the researcher does not identify experimental or placebo groups, the study is termed as what? Blind, double blind, panel, or cohort. What it will be called as? Yes, question number 13, everyone. Okay, only one. It means little bit confusion. All different answers are coming. The researcher does not know the experimental and the placebo group, so it will be called as what? It will be called as C. Does not know any group, so it is called as double blind. Okay, now what is double blind study? So double blind study is that in which the participants as well as the researcher are unaware who is doing a research and on whose the research is conducted. Both are not aware. A double blind study is when both the respondent and the interviewer are not informed by the researcher, sponsorer. So there is no understanding of the researcher as well as respondent. The rest of the points also I'll explain you. So first was option number 1 was blind study. So it's done without the awareness of a subject in order to see that the results are not affected. So it is without the blind study, it means the awareness is not given. Panel study, it means there is a repeated measures of same unit of analysis over a longer period of time. Panel for many years, you can say. Cohort study is a samples or cohort or a group who defines or share, characteristics or a common event, like for example, the birth or a graduation performing a cross-sectional study like. So cohort is basically a cross-sectional, and case study is an intensive research study. There were these questions on this particular topic in 2019 cycle also. So you should be aware of this. Okay, yes, common characteristics. Yes, just a second. Okay, so this refers to what? A group or a people with characteristics or defining characteristics, common characteristics. Fine. Okay, coming to question number 14. In the purposive method of sampling, design it items that are selected according to what? Purposive. So we have sampling, no? We have done sampling, two types of sampling, probability and non-probability. So in purposive method, they are talking about purposive method. Law of certainty, law of probability, personal judgment, or none of the above. What it indicates? Question number 14 on the screen, everyone. No answers for question 14. Okay. 14th, yes. So purposive method is nothing but it is called as what? A purpose. It means your personal judgment which will help you in your selection of the sampling. Correct. Easy this question was. Okay. Now, question number 15. A researcher wants to conduct a survey of drug users. This has been repeated. I have repeated this question again. So let's see. A researcher wants to conduct a survey of drugs users. Which type of sampling technique will be appropriate? Sequential, snowball, quota, or the convenience sampling? Which will be the sampling which will be most appropriate? Yes, waiting for the answers. Question number 15, everyone. 15, okay. 15 started answering. Yes, Preetham. Okay. A researcher wants to conduct a survey of drug users. So yes, Snowball. Now see here, drug users. This is, I mean to say, where you will not get information directly. You have to take the information with your networks. Okay, and hence it will be called as what? A network sample, or it is also called as snowball sampling. Okay. Yes. Now question number 16 on screen. So question 16 says that, I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay, moving to question number 16. Research can be conducted by a person. Now here, the reason to bring this question is purpose, because many of them have a wrong notion about this question. The one who has studied research methodology, holds a postgraduate degree, possesses thinking and reasoning, is a hard worker. So what will be the right answer? Yes, very easy. I don't think so you should take much time to answer this question, but the answer should be right. Okay, don't do any silly mistake over here. Very good. Those who have answered, now it is very clear. Research is only conducted by a person who has a possess a thinking and reasoning ability. Okay, very good. So now there was a lot of confusion. Some books have a lot of wrong answers, but it should be very basic that research is conducted by a person with thinking and reasoning ability. Okay. Yes, a very good evening, Gudia. So now you can start with the remaining questions. Bit late you are, but it's okay. You can start with the whatever questions which are remaining. Okay. The sampling technique in which an interviewer is asking to interview 25 teachers, 50 public servants, and 25 farmers. So there is a technique wherein this particular clause is mentioned, where the interview it should be with 25 teachers, 50 public servants, and 25 farmers. So it is special, it is quota, or is it accidental or random sampling? It will be called as what? 16th, question number 17th now, everyone. Okay. Shabna, all set. Your revision is over because from day one you are very particular. So I hope you are ready for your examination properly. Keep on revising, keep on doing your comprehensions and data interpretation question very well. Okay, yes. So the sampling techniques which bifurcates this particular type of samples is basically called as quota sampling. We'll just, okay, quota sampling, that is wherein you have a clause. So from the sample also quota, no, but you have a clause that, okay, these are the samples, but from that you require some specific clauses. So it will be called as what? It will be called as quota. Okay. Coming to question number 18, which of the following is not a method of research? Method of research. Huh? This question is directly from your syllabus. If you know your syllabus, that's the reason many a times I tell you that you should know your syllabus very well. So what is not a method of research? Historical, philosophical, observational, experimental. So what is not a type or a method of research? Yes, waiting for the answer. Okay, yes. So one which is not a method is observation, because it's not a method for research, but it's a method for data collection. So yes, the right answer is observation. Very good. Okay. Now, fieldwork based research is classified as what? Fieldwork based research. Okay, so is it empirical, is it historical, is it experimental, or is it biographical? There will be a small confusion, but you answer, I will just check the answers and answer clear your doubt. Yes, it's a technique of data collection and not a method of research. Okay, question number 19th, I guess. The one fieldwork based research is classified as what? It's classified as empirical. Now see, now here if the question gets bit twisted, actually here there can be a confusion because empirical and experimental, but here I have not marked experimental. The reason is that for experimental research, no, they will give you some indication. Okay, they will indicate, you know, conducting an experiment. Here when only field work, they are not talking about any type of research. Both can be right, but definitely there will be not confusion led by UGC NTA. So you have to remember, you have to read read the question very carefully. Now this question, when we are practicing, now I'll just twist this question little bit, where it can be a clear indication that whether it is empirical or whether it is experimental. So right now, fieldwork based. So just talking about fieldwork, it will be what? It will be empirical. Okay. Be clear that empirical, it means it is something which is based on real life incidents. Fine. Now, question number 20. Ethnographic, no, it is based, ethnographic is different, Ranjit. It's not ethnographic. Okay, question number 20 has that word. We'll do that. See, question number 20 on your screen. A doctor studies the relative effectiveness of two different vaccines for drugs. So his research will be classified as what? Yes, you can read on your own and just answer the question. Yes, question number 20. The study, now here also you will get a clear indication. Now see, this question is very crystal clear. Here you will not get any type of confusion. A relative effectiveness, to study relative effectiveness of two vaccines, and the research will be classified as what? Yes, the research will be classified as experimental. Justine, it is not case study. It is, case study is an intensive study, detailed intensive study. Here it is talking about vaccines. They have to, understand how these two vaccines are impacting or creating an effect. So they will do it only with the help of what? They will do only with the help of experimental research. Ethnographic, Ranjit, you were asking me, just want to know ethnographic. Yes, Ranjit, it is basically a study of, study with related to what a society. Now here it can be a culture or impact of culture. So ethnographic, I am not telling you exactly meaning, because sometimes I have seen students just keep that culture in mind. So like for example, when I talk about ethnographic, it is a pattern. So you can tell a culture or a pattern, based on that study is conducted. It's called as ethnographic study. Okay. That's all for the day. Moshmi Khatun, you are very late for the class. I've started class long back. Okay, but don't worry. Only concern is that students who are a bit regular, and students, just keep a notification tab on the channel. You can subscribe the channel. I'm just fixing my schedule. There is some unevenness with the schedule. Once I fix the schedule, on that schedule itself, the classes will be conducted. But now henceforth, the live lectures are there just to help you out with your preparation for these few days which are left. So just don't miss the class. In case if you're not able to attend, do do watch the videos, which will help you out to clear your revision very well and prepare yourself for the examination. Okay, so thank you everyone. See you soon in the next class. Thank you.